which sounds good until you actually use them, because target acquisition on this one, not very good. So hello gamers, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you the worst gun in every category in Phantom Forces. Now keep in mind that this is my opinion, but I have played and used every gun in this game for at least 100 kills. And first off, for assault rifles, it is impossible to actually pick one that's like the worst, because all of them are pretty good. But I would say that now the Type 88 with its default ammo type is super annoying, because it's still a pretty decent gun, but here's the thing about it: it used to reload really fast, and Type 58 was a really broken conversion on the Type 88 that made it way better. So what they thought to do to nerf it was make the reload slower, but for some reason they decided that they would make the reload slower on the default ammo as well. So the default ammo has a really nice 3-hit kill range and very low recoil, but it fires pretty slow. The min damage isn't really that great, and overall it's just not a very powerful gun. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but assault rifle is just such a difficult category to really pin down one worst gun, because all the assault rifles, you know, assault rifles are like the best class in the game. And yeah, overall I would say that the Type 88, it's super accurate, so that's not an area I can go to. If you like it, good on you. I don't think it's a super trash gun or anything. It just doesn't do a lot of damage, you know? Has an alright 3-hit kill range, but 34 to 20 damage or 600 RPM. When you really think about it, you can just use the Type 20. But on to our second category of guns. And I'm going to skip the Henry for this one, because Henry isn't really a battle rifle. I'd say it's very good for a sniper rifle, but probably the worst battle rifle, because it's a lever action, you know? And for battle rifle, overall, the worst one honestly might be going back to the G3, maybe the ECR, and maybe the HK417. HK417 is cool. I think it's a decent gun. It's just loud. It has weird recoil. I never really got it to a place where the recoil feels that great. It definitely feels like a powerful gun, but I feel like the Scar H, even after its nerf, is it's a little bit better, and they did buff this gun, but not by like a ton. They basically just gave it like slightly different recoil that they actually like rolled back, and better pen and velocity, but not like better damage or range. And I think it's an alright gun. It's pretty powerful. It feels good. No problems if you like the gun. I don't think it's a super trash gun. Also, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're new, like, please check down below if you're subscribed. But next up, we have the carbine class. The AK-105 is going to be a lot better in the next update, which is cool. And overall, there's a lot of really good ones. The OTS is a little bit on the weaker side, I would say. It makes up for it by having a pretty massive magazine. My picks would probably be M4, because the M16A4 is just better, although the M4 is still very good. And probably overall, the Groza 4. They keep buffing this gun, and I don't feel like anyone's still using it. It's really weird. They've buffed this gun like 4 different times, and I feel like they go under the radar for a lot of people. First off, they gave it a default 30-round magazine, which is really cool. Then they gave it better range, but they've never really changed it enough, I don't think. So that's why it's super unpopular, and it's not a trash gun. It's very accurate. The damage is kind of on the weaker end. I don't feel like it's very good. 36 to 20 is fine. It's a 2-shot headshot to 55 studs. But if you think about it, like the AS Val has about the same damage, a little bit less velocity at this point, but actually kind of better range. It actually has better max and min damage range. It can't 2-shot, but it can 3-shot like the same range, does the same min damage, and has an extra 100 RPM. So I don't really feel like this is a great gun. It's an alright gun, but I feel like they could kind of buff it again. I'd say probably make the min damage a bit better, or make the max damage a bit better, or make the range a bit better. And the velocity is still kind of weak. I feel like the velocity is fine. 1750 is fine for a integrally suppressed gun. Next up, we have PDW, and PDW is pretty weird. There's a lot of decent ones, some really good ones, and some really fun ones. And I'd say overall, the MP7 isn't very great. It does pretty mid damage, and it shoots kind of fast, but not super fast. And the P90, the PPSH, and the Rama all do the same thing, like a 4 to a 6 hit, around 1000 RPM. PPSH has more, and the Rama has the same amount. And the P90 is super good as well. This gun is fine. I have a funny setup on it. It's not a very good setup. The hipfire is pretty good. The sound effect is cool, but it's probably one of the slowest reloading guns for a 30-round PDW in the game. Like, this reload is not very good, and that's a tactical reload. The empty reload is even worse, so that's why I don't really recommend this gun. In fact, the P90 and this gun have the same reload, even though the P90 has 50 rounds and this only has 30. So maybe just use the P90. I don't feel like it's a bad gun, like it's a decent gun. I have like probably 600 kills on it, you know, and it's got a nice reload sound effect. It's just kind of a mid PDW, and as far as PDWs go, mid gun doesn't really mean it's very good, because PDWs overall really good. Next up is LMG, and I'm gonna be real. Ever since they buffed the MG MG3, I actually feel like the M60 is possibly the worst in the game. I have over 1,000 kills on this because I had like 900 back when this was the best gun in the entire game. It's received a bunch of nerfs, worse ranges, worse damage, worse recoil, worse RPM, and overall that makes it not really that great. It has about half of the RPM of the MG3, and the MG3 has a significantly faster reload. Sure, the MG3 has 1,000 RPM, so it dumps magazines very, very quickly, and it only has 50 rounds, but actually, the recoil on this one is probably more accurate, but not by as much as you think. If you have a good setup on it, the MG3 has very high vertical recoil, but it's only vertical, and it kind of stops going up after a little bit, so you just pull down a little bit and you're good. This gun, on the other hand, it has pretty bouncy recoil, which is kind of a characteristic on some of the lower RPM guns, is that they are so slow that they actually go down in between shots, which sounds good until you actually use them, because target acquisition on this one, not very good. And the recoil overall is not the best. I'm using a muzzle brake, but you could probably use compensator or T-brake. Compensator on it though has like the most vertical kick, you know, because it increases vertical recoil by a little bit, which is too much in my opinion for this gun, but okay, definitely not a trash gun, very good gun, but the LMGs are all insanely powerful in this game, so it's really hard to find one that's like far and away trash. So yeah, overall, kind of the worst LMG. That's just unfortunate. But then we have the shotgun category. Definitely the E-gun is the worst in the game, but I don't know if I can say that one because it's not really a shotgun, you know? So I'd say, except for like the Bolo ammo, that's probably gonna get a nerf, the Stevens is kind of the worst shotgun. And the reason for that is pretty simple. The DT11 is just a straight up better gun, you know? It has better RPM, better reload time, better damage, more access to funny attachments. And sure, it doesn't have the instant burst, but that's like the only reason to use the Stevens. And also, like, I main the instant burst, which is really not that helpful because I only really get one shot. And yeah, you can kill from very far in the burst, but the reload is so slow. And also the RPM on the semi-auto is like about half of the DT11. So is it a good gun? Yeah, it's a pretty good gun, but I'd say overall, it's probably the worst shotgun in the game, except if the Bolo ammo makes it to the main game, then it will kind of be the best. And for overall effectiveness, like even the Saiga 12U is kind of better because sure, it doesn't do as good damage, but like at least it has 5 freaking bullets and shoots really quickly. But then we have the sniper rifle category, and snipers are super your own opinion, but I feel like overall you still got to give it to the BFG. I really like the BFG. I have over 1,000 kills on it, and I got most of those kills when I already had every other sniper rifle because I like this gun. It's very fun. I have the slowest aim speed attachments on this. I just hit the wrong guy, which is not helpful at all. If you want to actually do good, do not run these attachments, but it's very, very fun because you can do that with it. Everyone knows the BFG. It does really good damage, but it's not actually the best sniper damage. It's pretty on par with the Hekate and even the M107 at long range. And the handling is actually, all things considered, really, really good. Not with this setup, of course, but in general, it's actually pretty good. Got him. Got him. But nothing can change the fact that this has one bullet, and it's a powerful bullet, but it's only one. It's definitely nowhere near the best. I only use it because funny gun. 40x, dude. The worst DMR in the game is kind of hard to say. I'd say maybe the SKS because the SL8 kind of does it better. With the marksman barrel, the damage is way better on this. Yeah, it shoots a little bit slower, but it's got 30 rounds, you know? I really like the SKS though. I have like 1K on the SKS as well. If you're trash with DMRs, I recommend this because it's so incredibly spammy. It's very low recoil and very spammy. If you're not that great, I kind of recommend it. Very fun gun to use as well, but I'd say overall, it's kind of the worst one if you're going for like good DMR type stats, like high damage, high velocity, high pen, but hits to kill. The hits to kill in this one are okay. It's like a 3 to a 4 shot. And the special multis are pretty bad as well for a DMR. They're probably some of the worst in the game. And we have pistols, and I'd probably say the Zip 22 is the worst. Here's the thing about the Zip, right? Yes, it has 50 bullets, but the GB22 has access to the GB50. I'd say Zip 22 extended magazine is better than the GB22. However, GB50 is better than the Zip, even with the Pro Mag, because the GB50 can one-shot headshot at any range and actually has a really good torso killing range as well, which actually makes it kind of busted. I'm not gonna lie, like it's really, really good. After the nerf, I kind of feel like the worst machine pistol in the game has to go to the Tech 9. It's crazy. This used to be basically the best one in the game, and it still has its niche, but like other machine pistols do that niche way, way better. This is very slow. The recoil is trash. The damage is trash. The damage is actually gonna get a second nerf and do 21 to 16, and like it's a bad gun. It used to do 28 to 20. Now there's like 7 less damage. It's crazy. It shoots really quickly, but it's not good. Most of the other machine pistols will have like the same TTK. They won't fire as fast, but like the damage will be better, the recoil will be better. You can use them at longer ranges. Just don't use this gun. It's not very good. For revolvers, it's kind of hard to say. I'd say Mateba and 1858 might be the two worst. And the Mateba, it's got good recoil now, and maybe after it's nerfed, the Rex will be worse. Right now, the Rex is actually just kind of like a better Mateba, but in the next update, after it gets its nerf, the Rex might actually be a worse version of the Mateba, so we might see this stop being the worst one. 1858 is just slow, and Snake Shot kind of sucks now. And for the worst other category, I'd actually say it's the Sawed-Off still. The SAS is going to get a buff, which is really cool, and the Sawed-Off just kind of sucks, like, just doesn't kill. Yeah, if you guys did enjoy, that is the worst gun in every category. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.